Hi everyone, my name is Pedro Faria and welcome back to another Data in the Wild episode hosted by Data Meaning. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel below, click on the bell to turn on the notifications to be the first to know every time we upload a new video.
Today, we're going to be talking about in-database connections using Alteryx Designer. So we're going to be covering the in-database option, which offers us the ability of not needing to bring the data back into Alteryx. So everything that we're going to be using these tools over here will happen on the database level and not on the Alteryx Designer level. Differently than using any other tool, like the data input tool that will allow us to bring the data into Alteryx. So the way we're going to be doing this is use the connect in database option. I have the connection name over here. I can click on the drop down. I have some pre-built options. I can go to either manage connections or open file connection. In this case, we're going to go to the manage connection to create a new string. You're going to be setting up the data source. In this case, it's going to be a MySQL. If you want to use an existing connection, you can do it here. If you want to set up this as a user or a file option, the file you can send to other people, you can use it. In this case, I'll be setting up a new connection. I can click on new connection. I'll give this a name. I'll call this video MySQL. I can just set up the connection string over here. Notice that you need to have the driver installed. Click on the drop down, new database connection. Over here, some drivers will allow you to say the password, so you don't have to input it. In this case, I don't. So just hit OK. There you go. We have set up the read. Now we need to set up the write. I can click on the write. In this case, I'll be using the same as read driver, right? So the default option. But in case I need to do something differently, then I could use the MySQL DBC connection and set up a new option. In this case, I'll do the same thing as the read driver, as simple as it is. Then I can just hit apply, and there you go. I've created my new connection. If I click OK, that window will show up over here. So in this case, I can go to new schema. I can get the transactions 2020 table, double click on it. There you go. I've loaded this. Differently than what we can do in the data input, that over here, probably it would be best for us to do some SQL scripting to filter, to do select, maybe to summarize, do joins, just so we can actually load less data. Well, using the in-database options, there's no need to. You can use just the regular in-database tools to do the regular things that you want to do. So in this case, I'll just load this whole table. Click OK. I can run the workflow, but if I run the workflow, I will not be able to see the actual data. For me to see the data, I need to use the browse in database tool, and now I'll be able to see the data. There you go. I have set up to see the first 100 records. So then I can have a better understanding of what this is. All right. So for example, what I can do is simply calculate the total sales amount per state. If I click on metadata, I can see that the sales amount column is a string. I could write in the SQL to change all that, but the select in database tool, if I drag it in over here, does not allow us to actually change the data type as the regular select tool does. So what can we do? Well, instead of using this, I'll go ahead and delete and connect around. I can actually transform the in database workflow into a regular workflow. How? Using the data stream out tool. And you can see that even uses different colors for the anchors, right? So if you ever see blue, it is an in database. If you see the green, the gray, then you know it's a regular tool. As I do this, I'm actually bringing all the data back from the database. As you can see over here, now I don't need the browse tool anymore. I can then use a select tool to just simply clean up the value by updating the data type. There you go. And then I can actually then push it back to the database to create a temporary table. I can use the data stream in, and now I'm pushing that back into the database. Just have to set up the connection name. I have created over here the video of my SQL. I'll just create a temporary name. And if I run the workflow, you can see that now we're going to be back into not being able to see it, right? Just give it a second, and then you can see. There you go. So now it is back in the database. I can then use a summarize real quick to summarize by state, group by, then calculate the sales amount, numeric sum, and you can see over here that it is a double, right? Because we did this step over here. As we do that, I can use the browse in database again, just to see the first 100 records. I run the workflow. There you go. Now I can see it. Then if I then want to just create, this case, maybe a file, I can then use the data stream out again. Or maybe, for example, I can use the write in database option. I'll create a new table. I'll call this total state 2020. So I'm just creating a new table. So if I run the workflow, the new table will get created. So now you have seen how we're able to work with the regular in-database tools, and that you're actually able to then go back and forth between regular tools and the in-database tools. So you can see over here, the log window, you can see that we're able to create a table. So this does conclude our video today. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time.
If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to know when future videos are posted. Thank you for watching.